All right, and this is back to Memology. Here we go. Go ahead.
Boom Arms defeat DSP says, what about 220? Hey, Boom Arms, you do realize that the whole 220 thing was completely fabricated, completely false.
No, it wasn't.
Never had any.
Phil, are you really for real, bro?
What happened?
Like, I don't know, like bro side Phil like talked to the police about Phil, and they said that he was a 220, which is like a police designation for a mentally ill person or like a problem caller, because Phil talks to them and he's a fucking lunatic. And now Phil is denying that this ever took place, even though Steve Cambion and bro side Phil like confronted him about it to his face and felted him about it to his face. He's still denying reality about it.
Not shocked.
Any truth to it whatsoever. Literally not a lick of evidence or anything was ever shown. It was just all hearsay. And you all believed it because you're all a bunch of fucking mouth-drooling idiots, right? You do realize that no one involved in that story was real. It was completely made up from the ground up. And people are just so dumb they believe it because they don't need to see any facts. They just want to believe.
Phil, if it really is all made up, why are you so mad?
You know?
Does it really matter, bro? But it's just him. He takes all of this shit so seriously and gets so wound up about it that of course people are gonna fuck with him because he's like the fucking substitute teacher, like that everybody just like clowns on, and he's totally impotent and fucking has a mental break. Like that's what this is.
Negative things. You know that, right? That you're a dunce, that you're a fucking idiot. I just want to make that clear to you that you're actually the most gullible fucking moron on this planet because you believe everything you're.
Phil, you have been caught in a billion fucking lies.
Oh yeah.
You're broke. You beg. You stink.
That's the thing is he's lied so many times, thousands and thousands of times, and lying about his lies and contradicting his own lies like crazy. But we're supposed to believe him this time.
You know,
it's like the boy who cried wolf, Phil. Eventually, like every single time, it's not true, bro. You're lying. It's like even if this was the one time it was true, we're gonna side with the people who have been right and not with you, Phil, who are so horribly wrong all the time.
Well, everything he says, I like now because I know 80% of it for sure is a lie. So I assume the 20% that I don't know what he's talking about, I assume it's fake or a lie.
It brings up, you know, it's not a lie if you believe it. And this is what Phil does is, he tells these lies not to convince us, but to convince himself.
Yeah.
And eventually enough time passes and he repeats enough lies, broken telephone style to himself, that he actually convinces himself that he is telling the truth. And the reason he has to do this is because otherwise his psyche would completely collapse. So he has to create a delusional alternate reality that's not as bad for himself to live in, rather than confronting the facts of his situation.
Exactly.
For the memes and the giggles, right?
Memes and giggles.
But if it's just for memes and giggles, who cares? Fuck, man.
You have to be brain dead fucking stupid to believe that.
But I'm like, I was very cautious when I would talk to people to not give onlys or we don't do that, you know. And there were times and calls I referred people to the FBI, but that was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, you know, kind of mental. And that was just
you have no idea how much that like
so
you just gave me.
So, you know, Phil was referred to the FBI because he's fucking 220 that they don't want to deal with. He's a mentally disturbed individual. This is what the officer said. They were confirmed to be an officer.
And this guy actually plays an officer in Familia DSP.
Yeah, well, this guy is a supposedly retired police officer. Ultimately, Phil is saying that, you know, all of this is just out of thin air, whole cloth, but it's not based on this conversation. And he's not going to go into the conversation and be like, discredit this person wasn't really a cop or make any sort of argument. He just claims it's all completely made up.
Yeah, totally.
Icing on top of icing on top of icing on top of a cherry on the cake.
If you don't know what's going on, graphics, that's a good thing. These are dumbasses on the Kick Chat who do detractor memes and shit. But all the stuff that they reference is always false and fake. Like dumb memes that were made up.
Always, right?
Imagine giving a fuck. If you saw the same thing about 1,000 times, wouldn't you just fucking just like accept it or block them? Either or. Pick a lane. Or turn off Kick, because obviously Kick makes you no fucking money. And you cry about it all day. But
then that would be an admission that we won, right? So
he did win.
It's just Kino. Well, he doesn't. He thinks that it's still a matter of debate.
Okay,
right?
It's a debate. Yeah.
You know, the funny is, like, he believes that, like, if one of us was to be struck by lightning or die in a car accident, that would mean he was right about the whole situation. That's how fucking mentally ill the guy is.
Let me just I just read play.
Do with reality, but they just all circle jerk each other into believing that everything is true, even though there's never ever been a lick of evidence of anything that they say. They just fucking, oh yeah, it's true. See, and there you go. Well, can you provide that it's evidence that it's false? No, you stupid fucking moron. You don't have to do that. In real life, it's called innocent until proven guilty. You don't get to just throw a zillion fucking accusations at someone.
Let's be real, Phil, though. Like, you're not in the court of law. You know, you're in the court of public opinion, and everybody can see that you're fucking guilty as sin and that all of these things are fucking true, Phil. So it's not like, listen, we're not sentencing you to prison, buddy. We're not putting you on the fucking electric chair, okay? Like, the burden of evidence is not that great for us to have to prove that you're a 220, okay? And this is what it is, bro. You are a 220. You are clearly a mentally disturbed person. You're crazy. You're fucking crazy bum panhandling on the digital corner of the internet.
And then say, well, unless they can prove it, it's true. That's not how it works, you fucking idiot.
That might be true.
But it is.
I can make up anything about anyone right now, and you're just going to blanket believe it? Even though I provided absolutely no evidence, and it's just...
With you, you're a liar.
Thing is, you're a known liar. You're a lying liar that lies about every single thing in your life, and you just throw shit at the wall hoping that something sticks to try and allow you to grift on a little longer, okay? So nobody's going to believe you.
The thing is, whenever someone says something about Phil, there's always like a video clip evidence of it or a transcript.
Yeah, there's 4K evidence. No,
it's 4K, yeah. It's all in 4K.
Omega Guy brings up a really good point here. Remember that this freak used to say there was never a lick of evidence about WWE champions? And he like went down on that. Like, he is dying on that. And now he just outright admits that it was all true all along.
Thanks to you.
So he will say this. Like, he'll swear on his life, his family's life, that this is true. No, this is bullshit. This is lie. And then it comes out with 100% proof that it is the case. It's like, how many times is this going to happen to you, and then we're still supposed to believe you, Phil?
It's like the RTU thing where he's like, my mom never like walked into me. Like, I never yelled at my mom. And then it smash cut to like the clip of it happening.
And he goes, well, that's out of context. And it's like, okay, well, here's
a
like
longer
the previous
clip.
10 minutes.
He's a longer clip.
You have to watch the full 5-hour stream. It's like, no, bro, we don't. I'm
No,
sorry.
we don't.
Hearsay of two people saying stuff. Why are you so dumb? Like, no, I have to ask this question. All right, where is this fucking boom arm idiot? Who are you? And who pays for your internet? Who pays your bills in life? Because there's no way that someone as dumb as you actually holds a job. So who are you leeching off of? Is it your parents? Is it the government? I really want to know.
This is Phil's projection, right? Because he himself can't hold down a job and never has been able to, other than through nepotism. And even then, he couldn't hold down that job. He's never been able to support himself or to accomplish anything in life. So he must assume that the people making fun of him are the same way. And it's just like, bro,
right.
Like, imagine thinking you're owning the anonymous poster by saying that they don't pay their bills and this and that. Like, they're getting a big kick out of the fact that you're even addressing them. And not just that you're addressing them, but you're seething at them and fucking crying. They're having the most fun ever. And then when you ban them, they're just going to make another account and do the exact same thing to you.
This is 100% Italian, they're saying?
Yeah, to the heart of these people on the internet that are this stupid and actually just sit there believing toxic fucking hatred against people.
Oh, does he change the font of his like scroll thing like every show?
What is the toxic
There's a new font. Do you notice that?
No, I know.
Why does he do that?
Who are you?
Okay.
Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014, I got myself into so much debt moving out here and furnishing the house and doing all the things I did that year. So that was like the last year I had financial freedom.
How do you exist? Because I'm shocked that you get out of bed every day and don't immediately trip and put your head through the wall and kill yourself because you're so stupid.
Wow.
Right?
Same to you,
how do you
Phil.
actually use the bathroom?
I don't even know how you breathe, bro. Like, you fucking loser.
Like, Phil's like fucking washing machine's broken. His fucking
Toilets.
dishwasher is fucking broken. His shower doesn't fucking work. He's just got garbage piling up in his fucking garage that he never takes out. Like, this is Phil's life. He's going to talk about other people's situation. Like,
bathroom without like defecating all over the floor. How do you tie your own shoes? I need to know how dumb people like you actually fucking get away with it. Because it's obvious if you're that fucking ignorant and stupid that someone's doing everything for you, right? You're not actually independent. There's no way.
Phil,
I'm going to be very honest with all of you. You know, I'm kind of messed up in my head right now because of stuff going on behind the scenes financially. It's tearing me apart, man. It's to the point where, like, I'm at my wit's end, and I want you to understand, I hope that doesn't come through on the streams, that I hope that when I'm playing games and interacting with you guys and having fun, that it doesn't seep through, that there's really stressful stuff going on with me behind the scenes.
Listen, Phil, if this was really the case, what you're saying here, this big fucking sob story, Like, wouldn't you not tell anybody that you're going through this if you didn't want it to seep through? But you do want it to seep through because you want people to pity you and give you money. But what's crazy is they gave you money and more money and more money and more money, and it was never enough. You didn't use any of that money to pay off your credit cards or, you know, your back taxes or any of that shit. You used it all for fucking mobile games and stupid fucking statues and a bunch of worthless fucking shit, bro. And then people are like, what the fuck, Phil, when they learned that it all went to a WWE mobile game, when you were crying poor and you were destitute and you were so fucking stressed. Like, it's all on you, bro.
Yeah.
Financially, because I am struggling right now really bad. I mean, just take a look this past month, right? Like, I couldn't afford half the games.
Do I get sick of people asking about detractors or telling you what detractors are doing, etc.? I mean, it gets tiresome because you guys know I don't care, right? Like, as I've said many times, I just don't give a shit.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, no, we got to stop the stream. I just received a $1 tip from an anonymous tipper, and they just informed me that almighty Tevin is watching my stream right now and talking crap about me. Ah!
What a retard.
About what they're doing or saying, and then these morons come on my streams and they repeat these stupid memes. That like that 220 meme is just so stupid. From what I'm to understand, again, this is me trying to understand it from an outsider's perspective, because I don't watch or listen to garbage
He knows
from
right
morons.
well what it is.
I guess they're trying to say
that by Steve about it. Like, he knows right well what he is, but he's sort of, I have no idea. You know, he's only given like full fucking PhD dissertations on it like a dozen fucking times now. But he's gonna pretend like he doesn't know. Okay.
Yeah, someone's saying he lives in this battlefield every day of his life. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Police officer came out to my house, looked around and saw that I had a bunch of security cameras around my house. Like my house is on lockdown or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as Fort Knox, and there was like all the security.
This is the Familia DSP episode.
Yes.
Oh, it was based on a real event?
Yes, that's right.
That's hilarious.
And then they made a report that I'm a 220, which I guess means that I'm like a crazy person who's fucking paranoid and shit or something. None of that ever happened. Ever in history. No one ever came to my house. Everything, I made a single phone call
to the police once
to
talk
about a death threat that
this never happened. That's all you have to say. This never happened. And that's what a normal person would do. Yeah, it never happened. All right, guys, let's play Final Fantasy today. But not Phil.
That's funny.
For Phil, he has to just keep going on and on and on. And why? Like, he keeps going on and then confirms by going on and on that he is, in fact, a 220. He is, in fact, mentally disturbed.
Yeah, against me and my family. And that was the extent of it. Nothing else ever actually happened after the initial phone call. That was it. So anything that was ever said in addition to that is a lie. And no evidence could ever be presented otherwise, because it can't be true, because it didn't happen. So every little piece of this weird meme story that these people have fabricated, and you believe it, you're that dumb. I made one phone call to report a death threat against my family years ago. And I had a small conversation with an officer on the phone.
By the way, like,
hey,
imagine thinking the police are going to do anything about a death threat from some anonymous guy on Twitter. Yeah. Like, imagine let me just call up the police and waste everybody's fucking time. Because, you know, the thing that people who are seriously going to kill you do is they fucking tell you ahead of time. They warn you. No, Phil.
To the death threats, I'm also having some big problems with internet chargebacks on PayPal, which is fraud. It's someone saying that they have a stolen credit card or whatever, and it's a mass amount of these things that I'm having at this point. Do the police deal with stuff like that? To which I was told, no, we don't deal with anything online whatsoever. The only capacity that we have is to deal with like human trafficking and stuff like that. You might want to speak with the FBI, but unless it's of a certain dollar amount, which is probably thousands to tens of...
He called the police for a chargeback on PayPal. Understand. And he wants you to believe that he's not mentally ill.
Buddy, the cops should should charge him for wasting their time.
They did. They put the 220 tag on him because he wastes their fucking time. So now every time he calls, it's flagged. Yeah, this guy's fucking a basket case. Just set the fucking receiver down. Play some fucking Tetris as he whines and cries. Well, we sure wish we could help you with that, but there's nothing we can do. Have a great day, Mr. Brunel.
Thousands of dollars. No one's ever going to really help you, but here's a number if you want to call the FBI. And that was the final conversation I ever had with them about anything. Nothing ever proceeded after that.
The FBI is just seething.
Control fucking charge back, Phil.
Yeah, with
15 years ago, when I started on YouTube.
This is seriously what it is.
No one came to my house.
You
no one
pick
looked
it
at
up,
cameras. This is
listen,
all
I'm kind of a big deal on the internet. I don't know if you know this. I was 4th place at Evo. Yeah, that's right.
Nonsense. So that entire story you've been told, whoever this fake person or persons are that have been involved on talking on a show, they literally all made it up. It's not real. It's all fabrication. None of this stuff is real, ever. It's always they made up a story to try to have content. And then they have people faking.
Should Phil just get a fucking therapist?
Yeah. Well, he does have one. It's us.
It's his live stream. It's his therapy session.
It's us.
But I feel like if he got a therapist to talk out his issues with, maybe he wouldn't feel the need to turn every live stream into a therapy session. I don't know.
Can't.
He goes, what good would it do? He'd just lie. I think it should be Phil. Can you imagine, like, Phil on Dr. Phil?
It would be like that.
Dr.
Katz?
Phil on Dr. Phil. And Phil's like,
or Dr. Katz, pro therapist or whatever it was called. Remember that?
It wouldn't help. It wouldn't help at all. But what it would be is just funny to just see Phil get checked by some fucking other retard. But yeah, I want to see Phil fucking just on Caleb Hammer's financial audit. Is like
I'd kill
dream booking for Phil. Phil has to open up the books, and Caleb Hammer's like, so $250,000 to Scopely. What's this?
DoorDash.
Who they are and fake guests and fake announcements,
He's
fake
like,
stories.
You want
fake
my wife to starve, Caleb? What do you think we should do? Just eat bologna sandwiches? He goes, yes!
Yes!
Everything. None of it was ever real.
I still watch the show.
No evidence is ever presented because none of it can ever be presented because it's always fake. But they've created this entire community of cult-like following where, the next thing about DSP, the next weird thing about DSP. And none of it's ever real, but you just eat it up.
It's all real. At least 90% of it. At least.
Real, all of it.
Maybe there's some exaggerations here and there, but 98%.
It's actually more real than it actually is. It's like 110% real. Like, even as far as the detractors go, it's actually even more than.
It's more than we know. Yeah, it's more than we know, too.
Yes, exactly.
You absolutely just eat everything up. And like, oh, yes, eat it up. I want more drama about DSP when none of it happened. None of it.
Listen.
We've been listening to this guy for 10 hours.
If drama around you died down, you would go broke and you would have to get a job, Phil. So just accept that that's like the drawback of you getting to make hundreds of thousands of dollars every year to do fucking nothing. And stop being a fucking crybaby, Phil.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll tell you, I make mistakes on streams right here. This is where I sometimes make mistakes. I'll say something stupid.
Yeah, no, in life, you're perfect. You've never made a mistake in your life. Everything's amazing. You're the greatest guy ever, right?
I'll get angry and I'll rage and I'll act like a fool on a stream. And that's the extent of it.
Can we make a list one day? Like, this is the biggest fucking horror shit I've ever heard in my life.
Evidence of what you're saying.
Someone did a $1.26 tip and says these people are losers. They want to create fantasies about you so they have some meaning in their lives. Yeah, because they actually want to believe this nonsense, right? Here's the thing. If they hear a story that a police officer was called out to Darkside Phil's house and the officer arrives and there's a fucking a chain link fence with electricity on it and a bunch of security cameras on it and security cameras all over the house, then they
oh my God. Phil tries to make it out that his like gated community is Fort Knox when in reality it's like a 4-foot gate with a security code that everybody online knows. So it's not really a surprise to anybody, Phil, that like you would try and like your house would have security cameras out the fucking ass and you'd put up a fence and be like, this is ADP protected. I have a security system.
Like, oh man, this guy's fucking retarded.
He's a paranoid loser who just sits at home all day.
I'm gonna send you something funny.
It's gonna be further from the truth.
On your text.
I love going out. I really do. Just I work a lot, so I don't get to go out a lot. But now I've been going out more. In fact, this last week I had 2 days off with my wife, and we went out and did a whole bunch of fun stuff. We're hoping that we can do some stuff together, maybe over the summer or into the fall. We're trying to make some plans and shit like that. But your fantasy doesn't make it reality. Just because you're jealous of me and you wish that you were me, and you're not.
Where is this coming from,
buddy? If I woke up as Phil, I would KMS. All right, I would KMS myself if I fucking woke up. If I woke up as Phil, I would be like, "There's no way."
I mean, listen, there actually is though. There really is. Like, all you have to do is stop spending all of your money on WWE Champion DoorDash. And then actually just like pay off your debts and then like try and invest your money. Like I don't know. Like it's honestly really like Phil does have options somehow, even still, to try and figure it out, but he just exercises his option not to.
Wouldn't you, if you woke up as Phil, wouldn't you like just come on stream and go like, you start saying slurs and telling people to die? I would go nuke. I would
fucking just make a Rumble channel and just fucking bring all the detractors on.
And just start just the N-word show.
Just start throwing slurs at Duty and just fucking telling him off. And, you know, then what I would do if I was Phil, I would just start copyright striking every fucking detractor. Just fucking take them all down, all of their fucking channels. Just go completely insane. And then just become like an alt-right strip. Move to like some white nationalist community somewhere in the middle of fucking Iowa, or fucking not Iowa, Idaho.
Yeah.
I move to like Owen Benjamin's compound and team up with Owen Benjamin to scam the Bears and the Dents at the same time. Why not? Why not? Fuck it. Or just, you know, Phil just moves to Las Vegas and drinks himself to fucking death on the side of the strip. Phil just ascends to his ultimate final form, which is just begging in front of the fucking Luxor in fucking Vegas. Like, why not?